Hey everyone, Glenn Sanford here, founder of eXp Realty, and also welcome to the Expansion Podcast. And today I am really excited to speak with a fellow Canadian, three-time ICON agent out of Fredericton, New Brunswick, Canada, Rob Brown. Rob, welcome to the Expansion Podcast.
Well, thanks so much for having me, Glenn. Appreciate it.
So obviously, we're recording this in November. I assume that it is getting a little chilly up there. Is there a little snow on the ground yet?
We had snow a few weeks ago, but it disappeared. But I did get a notification from our local ski hill that they're starting to blow their own snow. So it's definitely cold enough that even the fake snow is going to stick around. So as a skier, I'm pretty excited about it.
Okay. Now, do you guys have actual real mountains there?
Well, our ski hill is only about 900 feet high. So
okay. I've not been to New Brunswick yet, but I'm planning 2024. I will make it a point to make it out there. Probably not for ski season because I'm more of a snowball, and even a 900 foot hill would probably not do my body good. So. So now you've been in the business, I think since 2017, been with eXp maybe 3 years or so?
Yeah, just shy of 3 years. We'll celebrate our third anniversary here in January.
And you've already got three ICON awards under your belt, so congratulations.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Now we're maybe a little bit of background, how did you get started in real estate? What's the market that you're in? What's that look like?
Yeah. So I spent about 19 years in automotive. Started on the sales floor, then worked my way through management, and then I started brokering deals in the auction business. And I'd always had a taste for some entrepreneurship. And I found that when I was working in the automotive industry, I was always working for somebody else. So I had that affinity to work for myself. And I always had an agent in my ear. He would call me every 6 months. Hey, when you coming over to join us in real estate? Hey, when you coming over? And finally, one day, my wife said, hey, Rob, just go buy the books and start to study. So in December of 2016, I started studying for the real estate exam. And then March of 2017, I was successful in passing my exam and started right away. And I wish I would have done it 10 years sooner.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. It's one of those things that, I was hesitant to get in. I think you go from a certain fixed figure job, so to speak, to a zero figure job. You have to turn that entrepreneurial spirit on really quick. And if you want to have anything in your bank account, you got to get to work. So I think I just used my connections and my sphere of influence and just started working.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And now you started, I think, at least I saw your previous brokerage was Exit, a Canadian company that I think started out of Toronto. But what was it that attracted you to move from Exit to eXp?
Yeah, so actually my second year at Exit, I got a call from an agent at eXp. And I was very intrigued by the formula at that time. So this would have been in 2018. However, we didn't have a brokerage in New Brunswick. And, so I had to say, hey, look, we don't have a brokerage here, and I don't have my broker's license because I've only been doing this for a year. So he said, hey, well, let's continue this conversation. And then he reached out to a few other agents, one of whom is my business partner here in Fredericton. And we started talking a little bit more about it. And it got to the point where we really should explore this further. So mid 2020, we investigated, we looked at the eXp platform. We also looked at, Keller Williams and some other platforms. We were ready to make a move. But at the end of the day, eXp has just made all the sense in the world. It just couldn't compare with the different streams of revenue that you can make, the ability to help other agents. That was very important to us. So in December, we decided, and come January 2021, we we made that switch, and we haven't looked back since.
Awesome. So you were part of the sort of the founding group of EXP New Brunswick.
Yeah, we're kind of the agent zeros in New Brunswick. So there's a team of 5 of us that came over from Exit. And when we did that, we also took a couple of agents from the local Remax brokerage as well. And we started off, I think we were 10 or 11 agents when we hit the ground, and we just got news today that we're 136 agents strong in New Brunswick. And
Okay.
Yeah, so our goal is to hit 150 by the end of this year and 200 by the end of next year.
Okay, awesome. And now, how many agents in the industry are in New Brunswick? This is not the most populous province in Canada.
Not. No, it's not. I believe we're under 1,500.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're going to be looking at EXP being 10% of the New Brunswick real estate market,
Yeah.
potentially by year end.
Yeah, we're pretty excited about that. We were looking at the Fredericton numbers. In our market, we have 375 agents. With EXP, we have 62. So, we're pretty strong.
That's 20%.
Yeah, and we are at about 20% market share. So we're pulling
Okay.
our weight. We're definitely making some waves, so to speak, out here on the East Coast.
And at the same time, you're out there, putting up a lot of transactions. I think last year, 48 sides. This year so far, 41 sides production to date. So,
Yeah.
what do you attribute your success in the sales side?
Yeah. So, work is work, and it's one of those things that it doesn't come easy. But I do find most of my business is the repeat referral, which I like a lot better than going out and cold calling, of course, that you get a little warmer introduction. But I think my first 3 years of real estate, now I'm getting all the referral business from those clients that I had interacted with. But we also have a very large social media presence in the area. Our team, the Yerxa team, we put out a lot of content. We're just crafting our holiday giveaways right now. So we do 5 days of holiday giveaways where we give away, anywhere from $30,000 to $40,000 worth of locally sponsored prizes to the community. So that generates a lot of the attraction. So
Right.
whenever we're out and about, people know who we are. Anytime I'm introduced in a crowd, oh yeah, I know you, or you're on the Yerxa team. Oh, you're Rob. So it's just putting our face out there. A buddy of mine told me years ago, it's a contact sport. So we try to make as many contacts as we can.
Right. Cool.
Yeah.
So now what is ICON awards, like what does ICON agent mean to you? Like obviously you've hit it, but maybe you would have hit it just naturally, but as a different type of award in real estate, how does ICON compare to I don't know what Exit did if you were a top producing agent, but
Yeah. A few of us on the team, we kind of look at those acrylic trophies, and we always look at, what's the value of this acrylic trophy? The nice thing about EXP is I get awarded stock, and, it doesn't only just give me clout in the business. I actually get tangible money in a stock fund. It also affords me opportunity to talk to other agents about EXP with confidence and say, hey, look, this is something you can do as well. So it helps with agent attraction. It gives me an opportunity to give back, some knowledge as well through our EXP University by helping with some courses, working in the new agent boot camp. There's a lot of things that happen with ICON. It's
right.
Like I said, it's not just that acrylic trophy, which is really
Right.
nice. There's a lot of
But you
things.
get that too. If you want
You
one,
do
you
get that.
one.
Yeah. I'm anticipating my third one in the mail any day now. So it's pretty exciting.
Well, awesome. So now, obviously, we talked a little bit about why you chose EXP over other brokerages, and you mentioned a lot of your business is repeat referral. Are you also do you have an inbound or lead generation plan, or what do you do for bringing new people into your orbit,
Yeah.
and then do you have a CRM that you use that works well for you?
So I just started plugging into KV Core. So that's new for me. I'm the traditional Excel spreadsheet when it comes to CRM.
Okay. Hmm.
So now with AI components and things that I can leverage, I'm now exploring looking at either Chime or KV Core to be able to, you know, exponentially explode my business, because
Right.
that's where I'm missing business by not having something working in the background to keep touching my clients. The spreadsheet was fine for me, but it was all very reliant on me to go and check it and say, oh my goodness, it's Joe's birthday, I better call them, right?
Hmm.
Whereas now with some of the AI components that are out there, using an actual CRM is something that I'm exploring. So right now I've touched on some KV Core, but I have one of my business partners using Chime, and we're going to compare. So
Okay, awesome. And
yeah,
and you probably already know that we have a special pricing for Chime. So
yes,
if you
yeah,
didn't know that.
yeah, and Chime seems to be working really well. Not that KV Core doesn't, but it seems to have a lot of neat little plugins.
Yeah, no, yeah, well, of course, the phrase is the best CRM is the one you use. So
Exactly. Yeah.
yeah.
But generating new business, I still do some traditional indirect mail. Because
Okay.
I know we've talked about Fredericton, but I live in a little bedroom community just southwest of Fredericton called Hanwell. And there's about 4,000 residents in Hanwell. And I find that's where I do most of my farming.
Hmm.
So I send out postcards. I had been doing it monthly for the first 4 months of the year, and then it kind of fizzled out. I got, you get busy and you forget. So oddly
Right.
enough, I'm doing my business plan for next year, and it will be a monthly mail out. And then I also advertise in the local Hanwell Herald, which is a publication that's put out quarterly. I like it because I'm always the first person they ask to advertise, so I get the
Premium
preferred
position.
the preferred space. So I still do a lot of that traditional type of you know paper copy advertising, and then I
Right.
also use a program called AdWorks. So
Okay. Yeah.
when people are surfing the internet in my community, my banner comes up on the Weather Network or whatever. So
Oh, excellent.
yeah,
Excellent. Um, yeah. So I heard this years ago, but I'll ask you the question and see what your answer is. Um, what is the most important part of a postcard campaign?
call to action.
That works. So
Yeah,
the phrase I heard,
yeah.
which was like, it seems obvious, send the damn cards.
You get it out there. Yeah, yeah. True enough. Yeah, yeah.
So the most
Trying.
important part of this postcard campaign is actually sending the cards.
Yeah, thankfully, I've never been guilty of ordering 5,000 cards and not sending them. But I've heard of people that order them and then they sit in their office for months. So
Yeah. So, so, you know, well, maybe got one other sort of set question here, but I'll ask this. Obviously, there's different seasons in real estate up there, actual seasons. What's it like to show property in the middle of winter
right.
in your market?
Very good question, because we're at that point now. I had a listing last week, just around the corner from me, and the lady worked from home, so we couldn't show her house in the day. But when I was explaining to her, I said, we're now in the time change. It gets dark at 5 p.m. So even if someone comes to see your house at 5:30, they're going to want to come see it in the daylight. So that's the biggest challenge for us. I find I don't book very many evening appointments once that time change happens, because you've got to go back and see the house again. So
Right.
yeah, so you're doing two showings quite often if someone's only available on the evenings. So that's one challenge. The other challenge is cold fingers when you're trying to open lock boxes, and You may not realize you've got the key in your hand because your fingers are so bloody cold that you drop a lot of keys in the snow, and it's trying to find a nice pair of slip-on boots, because as realtors we should always have slip-on shoes and boots when we're showing houses if we have buyer
and a toque.
And a toque. I have my EXP toque that I bought in Vegas this fall. It's the warmest one I've had.
Awesome. Well, if there was one piece of advice you could give to EXP agents, what would that be?
Yeah, I think entering your day with a lot of gratitude. I think that's the way I try to approach every day in life, is to wake up grateful. No matter where your market is, there's going to be someone that's going to need your help. And, you have to seek those people out, and you have to be able to show them a level of grace as well. Not everyone understands real estate. We do it every day. So sometimes we just get into the motion. We just start talking our lingo and we start doing our thing. And then the client is just confused. So I find that we have to kind of enter the day with that certain level of gratitude, and talk to our clients with a little bit of grace. And, I think that goes a long way.
Awesome. Well, great stuff. Rob, thanks for jumping on. Got a little Canadianisms in there. But Rob, you're on Instagram, I think, at Rob Brown _your realtor.
That's correct.
Okay. And obviously you mentioned doing a bit on social media. So definitely follow Rob if you liked what you heard. Any other, if people wanted to reach out to you, just is Instagram the best way, or workplace, or?
Yeah, Instagram, workplace, Facebook, just search Rob Brown. I am verified, so look for the Rob Brown with the blue check mark, and you'll find me. And also my webpage, www.gofredericton.com. So you can always find me there.
Good stuff. Well, thanks again, and thanks everyone for listening. It's a fun conversation. Thanks, Rob.
Thanks so much, Glenn. Appreciate it.